Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with February favorites and fails. And I'm just going to do makeup today, I think. I'm going to do skincare and lifestyle in a separate video because I have a ton of makeup and a ton of lifestyle and quite a bit of skincare. So I'm going to break that up into two parts and I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to start with my fails. And I have quite a few fails, y'all. The first one is the Joa foundation. I think this is a CVS brand. It's a thin full cover foundation that goes, it's a matte, and it glows on my worst parts. If you like the Catrice and the Hard Candy Glamouflage, you probably would love this. It's a cousin, or maybe even a sibling. Thin, full cover, matte, made my worst parts glow. I did not like that. Okay, my next one, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This was a fail for me, but it could be a favorite for some of you. I will tell you what this did. This went on beautiful. A beautiful cover, and then every single time I tried it, every way I tried it, with primers, without primers, mattifying primers, pore filling primers, perfecting primers, could not make this work. It ends up being just a mess. It breaks up and it gets overly shiny. It has one of the most beautiful applications I have ever put on, and then I just could not get it to work. I also tried the Revlon Candid. This absolutely did not work for me. Within under an hour, I'm going to say, I had white dots all over every pore in my face. A skin-like finish, had a little bit of a glow, went on, you know, really nice, and then very, very quickly, I had white bumps. Not bumps, but dots where it settled into pores. Didn't care for that. Then I tried the Royal & Langnickel BOM, I think 33. I'll put the number down below. I love this brush for concealer and powder right under here, and it is so soft and sheds like a dog. Hairs all over my face every single time I used it. If you've tried Royal & Langnickel and you think that's a fluke, I would try another one of these. It was very inexpensive, soft. I loved this brush. And then it sheds. Then I tried the Burt's Bees in a gloss. This Burt's Bees gloss, I did not get anything out. I'm not patient enough to sit there and try to work that hard for a gloss. So I'm not taking this back. I didn't pay very much for it. This is the first Burt's Bees thing I have tried that I haven't loved though. Next, this CoverGirl Clean Invisible Concealer. Invisible is right. This did not cover near enough for me. Now I will tell you, my allergies are acting up. My dark circles are horrible right now. Horrible. If you don't need much help, give this a shot because it didn't give me much help. That did not cover near enough for my dark circles. Okay, and that is all my fails, and I'm going to move on to my favorites. And I'm going to start with my big guns as usual, my eyeshadow palettes. The first eyeshadow palette I tried this month was the Lorac Shine Bright. That's the packaging. I got this on sale for half price and wasn't real sure about it because that's a lot of color, and I really go neutral. I loved this palette. I love the gray and that lilac that leans towards gray. The light enough for my brow bone. Then it's got these neutral colors in it. The navy. That navy is perfection with a cool look. If you like the Lorac formulation and you think you would like those colors, it's the same. Okay, next, picked up the Lawless palette, the one. This is I believe, a natural. It's at least cruelty-free. I'll put it right here. Heard about this from Jenny on Charleston Makeup Artist. She was loving on this and did several tutorials with it. And I was like, I've got to have that. Okay, this one was broken when I got it, but it was a shimmer. So I didn't send it back because I wouldn't have used that anyway. These go on so smooth, pigmented, not a lot of fallout, if any. Blendable. These are just beautiful, and you can get cool looks and neutral looks and warm looks, and it is just great. And I also love that it has this brow bone, this matte white in it. I really have enjoyed this palette. Okay, and then y'all, these MAC palettes. The Art Library line. Heard about these on Flower Bomb 31. I'm going to show them to you, but when I saw these, I was like, I'm sending this back. They're just like everything else I have. This one is called Flame, and when I saw that, I went, I have every one of those colors. And then I used it, and fell in love with it. MAC shadows. If you've never used a MAC shadow, there's not much fallout. Great pigmentation. Blend out so easy. They're just beautiful. And then this one is the nudes. Okay, that's got cools and neutrals in it. So I get both of these out together and I can do a million looks with that. Now I will tell you the hole in these, they do not have any matte brow bone color in either one of these palettes. They're both shimmery. The lights are shimmery. I still love it. The MAC shadows, y'all, they're hard to beat. Oh, and the eyeshadow that I have on today is the one. It's the one palette. I really love this palette. I love all of these. Okay, next, I picked up two bronzers, and I would say these are very similar to each other, but I love them both. I have forever been wanting this Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and I'm not disappointed to have it. It's just one of those that I wanted to have. It's lifting. It doesn't muddy me. It's on the cool side. I feel pretty confident saying that, even though I'm colorblind. And then this Milani, both of these go on great. I will say, I think the Too Faced is a little more pigmented. You have to build this one up more, but on a bronzer, I kind of like that. I don't mind having to build it up because I don't want to just all of a sudden have bronzer on. I like to build it. Okay, and then the Milani is on that finger. The Milani looks to be a little warmer to me. So they're not exact. They're not dupes of each other, and I love them both. Okay, next. Heard about this next one on Mandy Davis MUA. This is the Flower Beauty Miracle Glow Satin Finish Powder in this giant tub. She was saying this is the closest thing to the original La Mer powder that she's ever seen. Well, I had to get it because I missed out on the original La Mer. When I saw it, I thought that is too dark for me. I like a white, almost white powder. I'm so glad I did not send this back. This is beautiful. Just adds a very pretty light luminosity to the face, and it's very blurring. Here, I'm going to show you with one of my new favorite brushes. I'm going to show you this Flower Beauty. I don't know if you can tell, but this is so beautiful. I will tell y'all, for me, I don't set with something luminous. I set with just a transparent powder. I finish with the It. My favorite way to use this is for touch-ups. I love this when my face starts looking dulled out during the day. Pull this out. Beautiful. Just as a lift, blurs everything back out. And this was $7 at Ulta. That is still drugstore prices. Okay, next, I was on a girls trip and I was in a spa and ran across this Aveda mineral powder. I just did a little sample on my face and my friend that was with me was like, that is beautiful. It is. This is such a nice, fuller cover powder. I hadn't used, it made me want to try more Aveda. I will tell you that. Okay, I'm going to put some of this on too. I love this. Because let me tell y'all, lately, I need all the blurring I can get. This is mattifying. It's a nice cover. I love this Aveda mineral powder. Okay, next, I picked up some liners. I picked up this Benefit Roller Lash Eyeliner. I love this. This is what I have on today. Super easy to apply. I'm not too thin, not too thick. It's just the perfect amount for me. Just a nice, medium, I would say, line. Not super thin, but not thick either. Perfect. I also picked up an Essence Super Fine. Love this too. And as the name says, it's super fine. And that's it. And yeah, I love that one too. And probably under $5. Next, I picked up a Burt's Bees. This is a gray liner, and I really like this because it's not too soft and not too hard. I can use it. I also have this on my upper lash line. I can also use it down here on the lower. And it's this outer line. I love a gray liner. A little softer than black. So that is really nice. I love that. Okay, next, I picked up a color corrector. I heard about this on Emily Noel. This is the Benefit Boing Brightening Concealer. This reminds me an awful lot of the NYX color corrector that I love. I don't know that this works any better than that, but I'm out of my NYX and I got this one and I do love this. And it covers dark circles like crazy. I will tell y'all, right before I hit record, I had a dark circle. You can still see it a tiny bit. It was bad. So I put this on right before I hit record. Saved me. I was like, you are a definite favorite. If you like this type of color corrector that's this creamy, you know, in the pot, this is a really nice one. And look, I barely touched that. So this is lovely. I would try the NYX color corrector first. But this is also really, really nice. They're just very similar to me, but I love this one. Okay, next, I picked up more than a few blushes. And the ones that I used this month that I loved, two MACs. One in Peaches. Saw this on Flower Bomb 31, and I was like, I used to have that. Where'd that go? My daughter has it. I replaced this one, and I love it. It's a kind of more of a lifting peach. Beautiful. And then this one in Melba, also saw this on Flower Bomb 31. This almost looks like a bronzer. It's an earthier peach. It's that one. Hold on. So that's the Peaches and that's the Melba. So the Melba is a little bit earthier. So this is beautiful if you like a, you know, more of an earthier peach. Then two drugstores I loved. This NYX in Hamptons. This goes on so pretty and has such a lifting effect. It's that one. I would say that I did not need the MAC Peaches and the Hamptons, but I love them both. Then I picked up a CoverGirl blush, and this one is in Pink Candy. I love these blue pinks that just make you look like you came in from the cold. I will tell you, this is not just real pigmented. It's that on my pinky. This goes on very nicely with a very dense, harder brush. Like this Instapop cheek brush, it's a very dense, and so it picks up a lot of product. Something like this with this is beautiful. Okay, next, I picked up the Milani Prep Set and Go. I'll tell you what I love this for. I love this to travel with, so I don't have to take a loose powder, and I use this to set. When I replace this, I probably will get the loose because I like to get a good amount of powder in my T-zone. But if you like to keep it thin, I get a puff. I should get one of my puffs and really dig it all in there real good and just bake through the center of my face. And this is so nice and tiny to take on trips with me. Just a real nice, inexpensive way to set your foundation. And then I cover it with a finishing powder. But to set, this is very nice. Again, when I replace it, I'll probably get the loose, but this is amazing for travel. Next, I tried two foundations and loved two foundations. The one I used, I would say, more than anything this month was this Smashbox Studio Skin. This is supposed to be very hydrating and a skin finish and a medium cover. I would say that describes it perfectly. This is a good medium cover. To get a fuller cover, my favorite is to do a pump of this and a pump of the Maybelline Superstay. That's what I did today. Wears really nicely. I love this. Again, it is a medium cover. You really have to build it to a full one. I like to mix this with a full cover, and my favorite to do that with is the Superstay. And then the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, which is, I would say, a luminous matte. I don't know if they market it as a matte or a luminous matte. To me, it's a luminous matte. Beautiful, nice full cover. Doesn't feel heavy on my skin. Wears great through the day. Gives a beautiful finish. I think the first place I heard about this was on Shaz Blonde Tea Party. And she was loving on this, and for good reason. I love this. It is a beautiful foundation. Okay, and then finally, I have some brushes that I am in love with. First, I bought a Morphe. I use this for bronzer. It's the E3. It could be a powder brush. It could be a bronzer brush. I love a Morphe brush, y'all. I love a Morphe brush. It just is as good as anything I have. And that would be good for powder, but I use it for bronzer. It's perfect. It's the perfect size for bronzer. I love it. Then I ordered the Sigma Tapered Face Brush F25. I think I saw this on Stephanie Marie's channel. This is my new favorite powder brush because it's not too big. It's soft. It gets in every area without taking over my face. And I love this. And then I also saw this Mode brush, I believe, on Stephanie Marie's channel. And it's just a soft, perfect sized brush. For under here is what I use it. You could use it for highlighter. I like to put highlighter right here on the tops of my cheeks. But yeah, it's just a nice, soft blending brush to have around. And it was very inexpensive. Okay, and that is all of my makeup favorites. And that is all I have for you. Y'all let me know down below some things that y'all picked up and are loving so that I can pick them up and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.